Once again, hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the the 2024 SEC semifinal game. The semifinal, like the SEC soccer tournament semifinal. Texas Longhorns versus Arkansas Razorbacks.
Really well done though from Texas. Starts from a goal kick.
Women's college soccer game, and the score is the score is still tied
for Texas to look for Holly Ward in behind Arkansas's back line.
at one
That's the
apiece.
patience that Ange Kelly was talking about. It's good in their build-up, but a bit more patience as they get to their final third to try to upgrade their scoring scenario rather than relying on those killer final passes, which have to be played with so much precision.
Oh!
That's a tough landing for Erzin. So runs track and field at Arkansas. Arrived on a track scholarship.
Just a late challenge there on Erzin. And you have to be so careful if you're Texas to not haphazardly defend anywhere inside your defensive half, because this is where Arkansas can be very threatening.
Boiler. Riley. Riley launching. Chopped off target. You know, when you think about Texas, by the way, we talk about finishing 4-1. Part of the reason that's significant. You know, we were speaking to Ange Kelly. I said, what's the biggest misconception about your team right now? She said, there's so much talk about Trinity Byers and MJ Cox, but we found a new identity. Gave Lexi Missimo a lot of credit, said she's found a way. I'm so proud of her growth. You know, this Texas team came in anticipating having the Big 12 Defender of the Year a couple of years ago, Big 12 midfielder and forward of the year, combining to come into the SEC with this flourish. The fact they finished as well as they did and put themselves in position to earn a seed in the NCAA tournament, it's a pretty remarkable effort. Reaching the end line again, came off of Delaney. On Thursday, November 14th, SEC Inside grants you an all-access pass to the 2024 SEC Women's Soccer Tournament semifinals and championship game. Get never-before-seen footage and sound from players, coaches, real behind-the-scenes look. 10 Eastern, 9 Central, right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Documentary folk are in the building already for this semifinal Thursday. You know, this Texas team, they had to learn a lot about themselves really fast. There was no build-up to losing two players of that statute in about a 2-week stretch.
Lexi Missimo and Trinity Byers have been playing together since they were children. Small little children in their club team together. And so they've developed this relationship, this chemistry, this telepathy between each other that help each other create, not only for themselves, but the way that they play off of each other, creating space, exploiting space. It's similar to what we're seeing with Kat Berry and Katie Shea Collins that we've seen. For the two of them, they've been doing it their entire careers, and now for the first time ever, Lexi Missimo is not able to have that chemistry to create for her, so she has to do it a little bit more on her own, which is obviously more difficult because we're seeing even tonight, Mac Malum just completely marking Lexi Missimo out of this game. She is her shadow following her wherever she's gone, and that has really muted her influence here in the second half.
Yep, and there they were again. Missimo alongside Byers so much. It's worth noting Byers, congratulations, officially announced today by San Diego Wave. There's no more NWSL draft. Sign where you please. With the ACL injury that she suffered earlier this year, available to sign as her eligibility runs out. It's the newest member, the San Diego Wave. Same team as Naomi Girma and Jane Shaw. Byers will continue to rehab here and then make her way to San Diego for the 2025 NWSL season.
Congratulations to her, and more notably, a player that she's going to be replacing is one Alex Morgan in the 9 position for that San Diego Wave team. And certainly they're going to bring in some more players to help bear that attacking burden, but a great nurturing environment that Trinity Byers is certainly going to continue to grow and develop her potential in.
Truth. Byers off to a great start at SMU, their first year in the ACC. So it runs in the family for the Byers. To be fair, you could say the same about the Missimos. Mom Susan, TCU. Dad Derek, UNC, men's soccer all-time scorer. Sister Gabrielle was part of the Texas program. And you can be sure Lexi's got a pro future. You know, I thought it was really interesting talking with Colby Hale in part about Ava Tankersley and some of the players that they've got in the NWSL right now. Is this sent down the line by Delaney. And Ewards gets chopped up. Without a draft and without draft rights, it's a free-for-all now. So coaches have been out scouting, and unlike in the past where it's like, hey, we've got the 9th pick and the 18th pick, and let's see if we can get you in here, if you fall to us at the right spot. Well, now it's teams are selling themselves almost like colleges had to. This is what minutes look like. This is what your salary would look like. This is where you'd live and the coaching that you'd receive. And so, in Colby Hale's estimation, I think he's probably right on this. The first 5 or 10, everyone's going to go after immediately. Some of the other players are going to have to show up and go earn a deal. And it's not going to be quite so simple as you get drafted, therefore you're going to preseason with X team. Here's Ward.
Oh, no.
Momentum was always carrying Ward the wrong way.
Yeah, Holly Ward in behind the back line here for Arkansas. Those are the moments that Texas are going to try to draw. A quarter kick opportunity, gets isolated. This was never going to be a threatening shot on Keegan Smith. If she hits that one on frame, she's got to go back across to the back post, force Smith to make a save and give up a rebound. Texas players had a few players inside the penalty area.
But it certainly is fascinating. You and I both work at the pro level. Whether it's goalkeepers, where it's so hard to get a job to begin with as a pro, or the multiple leagues, or the lack of a draft, things are changing rapidly.
I think the new CBA has been the biggest win this season in the NWSL. And obviously Orlando Pride has been fantastic as Shield winners, but the CBA gives players choice. In your whole life, you've been given choice on what club team to play for, what college team to play for, and you get the opportunity to pick which environment you're going to thrive in, where you're going to be valued, where your potential is going to grow.
Now, I think it's similar. I think MLS is going to have this decision to make in the future on the men's side. The idea of homegrown rights don't exist in Europe. It's not like that. If you don't like how you're being treated at Man United, you go play for Man City. You know, as opposed to here, it's, well, you're from this area and you're part of that academy, therefore. I think there's going to be a lot of changes in how players end up going to the professional level. So whether it's Byers choosing San Diego, and in unison, San Diego choosing Byers, or where Missimo ends up, things are changing. Smith decides to reset the point. Euler. Rogers. Riley. Delaney. When we talk about free agency, I mean, the CBA It's about time we started paying real money.
Well, that's another thing, right, Mike? Because we get choice in where we want to go, where we're going to be valued, what our skill set is, and where we're going to be compensated for that skill set. I mean, this year, one of the top draft picks who is contributing in the league on a weekly basis is making a rookie salary. That's never going to happen ever again. If these clubs want to bring in the best talent in our country and they want the best college players or even young players to stay here and play in the NWSL, it is a high value. And also someone to say, I'm willing to invest in you, and we have the coaching staff to help develop your potential to eventually fit into our style and produce for us.
And then the counterweight, Lexi Missimo made it pretty clear. The NIL opportunities at Texas, big reason she didn't go pro after a 2020 season last year. Would have had a lot of suitors, buyers as well at the pro game. Right, did just as well staying in Texas financially.
And having another year to grow, especially in that position as an attacking mid.
Montgomery on the move.
And even still, we've spoken about it before, Mike. You know, Croy Bethune gets drafted last year to Washington Spirit. She absolutely hit the jackpot with that because she was surrounded by so much attacking power that her skill set, it wasn't all on Croy Bethune, where at times, you know, in the college game, it could feel like that. No one else was playing on her level. And then she's playing next to Trinity Rodman on a weekly basis. And so now you're getting to choose, you know, what environment that you go to where you feel like you can thrive in.
Yep. Doyle on for Delaney. Ursen returns for Schultz. Both sides shuffling the deck here. We approach 20 minutes remaining in this second semifinal. South Carolina handled their business in the early game. Got by Mississippi State in a rematch of the game played last Wednesday. Euler tosses in quickly enough. There's Avery Wren. Good ball through from Berman. Creative enough. This out for a goal kick. So South Carolina advancing past Mississippi State in our first semifinal. First loss suffered since August 25th by the Bulldogs. It's a 14-game streak. It's been twice.
Well, the play here from Katie Shea Collins demands so much pressure out to Kat Berry. That frees up Bem on the back post. Good counter pressure here from Lily Renner. She picks up the ball in the wide space and fantastic one-touch finish from Bree Bem. Eventually, Kat Berry will put the penalty home. And South Carolina was in the driver's seat the full time in that game.
Winner of this game will see South Carolina Sunday, 2:30 Eastern. An SEC.
And the winner of this game will move on to the championship game this Sunday. Will it be Texas Longhorns or Arkansas Razorbacks?
Talked about it with 71%, 73% of minutes that Arkansas played their starters. Quarterfinal game to set them up.
And this is the last and final semifinal game.
Really ended the spot too by handling their business.
Wow, good play using your head.
The 12 seed Alabama in the opening round after Vandy was upset.
And we won the game.
Ball lofted over and caught by Justice.
Yeah, Mike, from the top of the show, and even in our first game, we talked about how this could be a really high-scoring match between both of these teams. And I think that it's probably a little bit of credit here for Texas A&M in the way that they've defended their box, tracking runners, bumping runners, pushing Arkansas further away from their goal as possible, but also a bit of ownership here for Arkansas as well. This isn't the typical Arkansas team that we've seen in games past this year where they're on the front foot, they're intense, they're putting their opponents under immense amount of pressure. Seemed a bit more reserved in their attacking posture and their counter press tonight.
This stays alive, top of the 18. Slipped outside Robinson. Justice there again.
Missed opportunity for Tankersley to just take one touch and dink it over top of Mia Justice. tried to settle that one against two Texas defenders. Ultimately ends in the hands of Justice.
Arkansas has used 21 subs tonight. 21 players have hit the field. Used 23 on Tuesday. The max is 24. The problem with the reason you'll all
After this game is over, they will tune back in for the
you also don't want to be down a goalkeeper should yours get injured.
like East Carolina
So, usually
Pirates
you'll see it get higher
versus
than 24.
Florida Atlantic Owls.
Robinson,
College football game on E
to be
ESPN2.
fair, most teams don't get higher than 17 or 18 most of the time. Robinson set over the line.
It doesn't impact them though, right? Because they're so unique in the style they want to play. Texas wouldn't use those numbers because they want to establish a rhythm amongst the players in the game. That's not necessarily what Arkansas is about. Sure, they've had some good little one-touch combination plays seldomly in transition moments, but they rely more on the physicality, the desire, the character and the DNA of this Arkansas team, and that's why that constant changeover is helpful.
Fifth corner, Tankersley. Batted back out by Ball. Tankersley again. Driving on Shimkin. Tankersley cutting across. Up into the air. And Texas.
It's up in the air. I really haven't recommend on the sort of things for the day on.
Sent over by Erzin.
Make it coming.
Robinson. No further.
And this is the suffocating pressure here from Arkansas, making it so hard on Brothers to be able to find an outlet and break that initial pressure of Arkansas's front line.
It continues. An avalanche of pressure from Arkansas. 16 minutes remaining. And now finally off the hook. Offside.
And this is timely here for Texas. They were under immense amount of pressure, couldn't get out of their own defensive third. And Arkansas able to switch the point of attack. They don't even include numbers into the wide channel. As soon as the ball gets out there, every single person gets into a central pocket, waiting to get on that first, second, third ball to have a look on frame.
Shimkin. Can Texas have that one magic moment? No goal equalizer in the 40th. Ball, the opening goal in the 17th. Robinson. Send long, Justice did not get it. The clearance, Justice dives in and has it now. Whoa there. Erzin took it all the way up. Tankersley was almost in the presence of a gift.
Scary moment here for the Texas Longhorns. One long ball in behind the back line. And it's the pressure of Arkansas's Kennedy Ball there that puts a little bit of indecision in Mia Justice's mind. Not sure if the attacker's going to get it, if Justice can get it. Nervy moment here for the Longhorns.
Arkansas just 10 shots in this game. They averaged 21. Tankersley. Tankersley cuts and fires. That's blocked. SEC forward of the year after it again. Slides by. Ball bouncing into the wing.
What? What a block shot.
Justice.
Texas
For the block.
right now. They've got to get a hold of possession.
I'm
They're
telling you.
need to get on the ball, but just look at the deception here, the guile of Tankersley. She gets around
For the
the
block.
edge of Montgomery.
Good, can you hold on to it?
Before it finally got
But
a cross off
can
that
you on it?
ended in Mia
I'm gonna tell you
Justice's
something. This day was a very busy day. Because the women's soccer games for so long. I mean, I wouldn't knew. But tomorrow,
Tankersley, Arkansas taking control. Tankersley flicks this over her shoulder. Robinson never got
no,
it.
that wasn't a
Thompson
soccer game.
sent
It's
it
just
away.
been something. I was talking about something.
Arkansas owning this moment. Chance. Who flinches? Colby Hale predicted. A 90-minute game of chicken. Well, right now it's Arkansas who's putting Texas on their heels. Tossed in from Euler. Euler trying to get Adeline Shimkin, forces it free, but it is a corner. Justice, season high 10 saves last time these teams met. 7 tonight. 6th corner coming for Arkansas. They scored on the second phase of a corner back in the 17th minute. Swung across. Header. Justice rises up and palms it further.
Good decision by Mia Justice, one of the most athletic goalkeepers in this conference. You see her time and time again. The ball can get by her on a quick, close-range reaction, and she just has this ability to pull it out, keep it out of the back of the net.
Straight back up the middle of the field. Ball lofted. There's Justice scampering over to collect for Texas.
And here's a look back at that opportunity from a corner kick. Arkansas lurking on the back post, gets that looping header, and it's a good decision here for Mia Justice as she slides across. Not sure if it's going to be on frame, outside the frame.
You had a long way to go.
Takes advantage of it, pushes it out into a safe area, doesn't allow her post player.
First semi-final game.
The saves are piling
South
up.
Carolina versus Ark. No.
Pretty spectacular night.
South Carolina versus Ark. Oh, no.
Keep Arkansas at bay.
Mississippi
Flick
State.
on header. Tankersley continues to weave back and
What's
forth.
going
And
on?
West held it off.
What?
Make that Montgomery.
What would have just happened?
Touched high by Doyle.
What a scary
Settlements up to
moment.
6. Robinson. Fowler!
No!
That was an incredible chance for Brownlee. The freshman holding midfielder with 3 goals on the season was in the right place at the right time.
That
Good job by
is
Robinson to
off.
hold this one up. Falls kindly to her. She sees Brownlee making that late surging run from the holding midfield position.
And that went off.
The gesture of her pass to Brownlee is exquisite. Knows Brownlee not going to have a lot of time to take a touch. Plays it back. Brownlee just can't steer that one on frame. That was a big moment as time ticks off this clock.
Only 1 shot on target for Texas in this game.
We got an hour and a
10
half
for Arkansas.
before
And still, Texas persists. Villarreal. Smith.
we're under 10 minutes to go in the second half.
Last goal, Angela Kelly said of the 55th minute winner against LSU. Robinson.
Yep. Wow. Well, here's the thing. It was kind of very aggressive, but I was used to be right over there. I don't even like going to the machine house at all. Why? Because of the dog over there. That's what I had told you for some years past. That's what I said. Well, if you are way old enough, you don't need to go over there. What can I do?
Euler crossing. Justice there again.
If you're old enough, and let me tell you, so that means you're gonna have to come and get them. But
Malum into the
do
air.
you know where you can get them?
Robinson. And with a boot high, catches Montgomery.
Oh, uh-oh. One of our women's
Yellow card.
yellow card. Who was it?
Thompson.
Now one of our players is down on the field right now. But never mind. She got up.
As the game continues to
Never
unfold
mind.
here for Texas,
She was down for a bit,
individual
but now
play
she got up.
from Montgomery. She slides across to get pressure on Robinson. High boot catches Montgomery straight.
And
to
she
the face.
almost got it, but that's okay.
But this Texas back line has been put under constant pressure here from Arkansas from their set pieces. As the clock wanes on, it's going to be really important for this Texas team.
Yeah, I know.
To stay
Anyone
organized,
said
shut
it's
off
very
offense,
humid in
no
Florida.
haphazard
It is
defending,
true.
ball watching.
Yellow card on Arkansas.
Try to see
Yellow
if they
card.
can mitigate Arkansas's opportunities.
Oh,
by limiting
no.
Unnecessary throw-ins and corner kicks.
I thought that was Montgomery got hit. It was Hannah Wesh. 9-8.
Oh.
So Wesh helped off. Karen Hoppe once said about Wesh, you appreciate her the more you watch her. Had a front row seat for 3 years. Arrived at Texas last year, started all 24 games, wanted just 4 Longhorns to do that. Started the vast majority of games this season.
We have a tie ball, give it one apiece.
In 16 appearances. Well, okay, so it's 2 separate injuries here. So it was Montgomery who took the boot high, and then Wesh came off as well in a completely unrelated incident. So, trying to get a grip there. Looks like that might be a lasting impact. Appeared to catch her in the eye. And then Wesh is being looked at elsewhere, so.
All right, the game has now resumed.
Oh, Wesh got injured earlier this season against Florida. Broke a bone in her nose, and that gave way for Ariana Brothers to slide into that holding midfield role. She's grown really
I actually,
nicely into the season for
because
Texas, giving them a bit
some
more
tells
stability
me that I
and
think
depth in
probably throughout the
position where she can
the season, I think.
dictate a bit more tempo here for Texas.
Yeah, most definitely. So I was gonna say the same thing because I was like that and mean and mean and mean and mean, but because I would say it's gonna be
I'm not sure they have a
holidays.
plan B. This is their plan
Tiny
A, B, and
flights?
C.
See if
Get into the territories, break opponents down, pin them
let's
in,
see what's what.
counter-press, make it difficult for them to
Oh,
clear
we didn't
their
have
lines,
pizza
and
for
that'll
so
lead
long at all.
limits their attack, but also
Okay,
gives us
no.
a good opportunity to feast on those chances in the third, fourth, fifth waves of attack.
You can see all the numbers preparing to counter press here.
Some tells me
Marty and McGee and SEC Nation getting ready for football with SEC game previews. The latest news from around
SEC
the
Nation
conference.
will be
Took you
taking
guys through the
place, but
University of
this time it's
Mississippi
going to be
in Oxford.
live.
Preview number 2 Georgia, number 16 Ole Miss. You'll see the game at 3:30 p.m. Eastern.
We'll
on
be live in
ABC.
Oxford,
Marty
Mississippi.
McGee,
That's where they're going to be
9
live.
Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, followed by a 2-hour SEC Nation. Gets you set for a great Week 11 schedule. You're on SEC Network and the ESPN app. Driving Tankersley. Tankersley got by. Down goes Lapaparda. Tankersley continues, cuts it across.
No!
And that was untouched from Erzen.
The grace and the guile of Ava Tankersley. She does not get enough credit. I know she's forward of the year, but she doesn't get enough credit for how much she creates and she playmakes. Not only scores goals, but look at her put one of the best defenders.
This
in
boy is
fullback position
killing
on
it with the
skates,
threes.
Not once, but 2 times as she gets around the edge, pulls it back, looking for that targeted pass in central areas.
Another
Phenomenal piece of
three,
individual
and
brilliance from Tankersley.
it's at all without.
Thompson tried to dribble out of it. Easier said than done. Turning Tankersley. Tankersley.
No! That is off. Save already.
Not if it's held up by Shimkin
So
like
far, we did not see anything. Nothing trouble or anything.
Save tonight for Justice. That ties her best.
This is not going to be easy game. If possible!
Goal for Texas.
Will it go?
Could lead to a chance.
Yeah. Oh, man. What a good opportunity.
And nobody there to tap it home.
Well, that's a long kick I ain't ever seen.
A little bit of end-to-end football. Started with Mia Justice. Peppered was able to secure possession, quickly start the counter out through Shimkin. Eventually ends at Holly Ward. Good-looking opportunity at both ends for both of these teams.
I'll tell you this.
Play, and this one feels
It
like
seems like this is going to be all furnace. This is going to be alternative.
Watches this by.
And I'll tell you something. These women's soccer games, they are like...
With Texas that after entering the portal at Florida State, this is where she belonged. Part of the under-20 World Cup team in 2022. Top
But the
soccer
thing
rater,
is,
the number one goalkeeper
your hair should
in
grow
America,
higher.
coming out of high school.
Ooh.
2 years.
Yeah, I don't know. No. I don't know. Oh, maybe because I'm going to get wolfy here,
Understand why Mia Justice would go
Because
to a program like
why?
Texas, who have such a fantastic goalkeeper coach in Ben Munger, where Mia Justice is only going to continue to grow and her potential be realized in a training environment that under Ben Munger's guidance.
Hip! Oh!
The Texas team, as long as they keep him, they're going to have good goalkeepers in their net.
Munger played at Maryville College, assistant at Akron, New York.
Oh my God.
Played long. Justice stays home. Tankersley trying to get around. Justice contact. Corey Rockwell had a long.
Oh!
And a big decision to make. It is a yellow.
Yellow card for... Oh!
Which offered support, and it is not a denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity.
Oh my God.
Which would be a red.
Well, as a goalkeeper that plays against Texas, you want to be as preventative as possible. She was never going to get there first. Montgomery is shoulder to shoulder with Tankersley. Can't slow Tankersley down. That doesn't provide an opportunity for Justice to get this one right. Especially this bouncing ball makes it so difficult on goalkeepers to be able to time that volley well. Doesn't time it right, gets all of Tankersley.
So the call on the field.
Oh no, we got a yellow card.
Now there's a series of objectives that officials look to check off when you look for potential denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity. In this instance, most likely lack of possession on the part of Tankersley in that moment. But
That referee should get away.
behind the goalkeeper that offer
Stupid.
the assistance as well. It was not the last defender. So stopping a promising attack and denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. One's a yellow, one's a red.
Well, the criteria for Dog Toe is the distance to goal. How close was it to the goal? The direction. Were they moving toward goal? Were there defenders? And did the attacker have full control of the ball? I don't think this qualifies.
I think I just heard Colby Hale's reaction. And let's listen in to Corey Rockwell.
After review, the call field is confirmed. Direct free kick for
Direct free kick, yellow card, that's it.
What? Oh no!
Defenders that were there trailing for Texas, and Tankersley never had control of that ball.
Who was it?
So they'll bring this back.
Oh my God.
Point of contact.
A point comes up. Oh! We gotta block it. We gotta save it.
Question at all as to whether or not it was near the penalty area. So penalty was never in question either. So a free kick for Arkansas with 4 minutes to go.
Can we?
Driven toward Frank.
No! And we made a save.
Not a bad look from the player who scored the opener for Arkansas. Ball.
And here's a shot from distance, nearly hits the wall, but Mia Justice.
All right, this one is gonna be kind of really
all night long.
We're under 4 minutes to go. It's a little long. It's a little time left to play.
11 save. That is a career high. A lot of teams, goalkeepers get their career high against Arkansas. Either goals against or saves. Sometimes both. Ball driving. This deflects. Brothers.
It is deflected.
Continued. Riley Played
I got
inside. Missimo trying to pull it away from Malum. Riley sends it forward. There's Justice. Justice this year made 72 saves in 19 games. We're talking about
Good
3.5
save.
a game.
Magnificent save. He's tough.
62 and 18
He
against
is.
Mount
What does he eat
Arkansas.
for lunchtime?
Two
He said
starts,
he eats
21
sandwich for
saves.
lunchtime,
Almost a third of her
and
season saves.
he said it
Reporter
that
should be said against Arkansas.
she's also one of them to the bowling team. Oh!
That was almost a critical error. And thank goodness for Arkansas.
And the thing is, he said that he loves him more with others. And what did he put on his side? Like all the things like usually, and the only thing that he really missed is the seasoning that goes on the salad. Yeah, that's the thing that he really misses the most. You know what I mean?
Short corner.
His favorite dressing is ranch and Italian.
Arkansas.
The thing is,
Temps were in the 70s. They'll drop
he's been
into the high
slimming
60s,
down.
87% humidity right
He's
now.
slimming
So
down on
the fields
salad for
become
sure.
very dewy at this point. So the ball is a little bit wetter. But also, as you move the ball on
And
the deck,
the thing
it
is,
moves a little slicker. I mean, we'll see
He said that he loves eating salad for
professional
lunchtime.
level. There
And
will always
he
be
eats it like every
sprinkling the
year,
field
too.
halftime, pregame.
He's slimming down. Look at him.
It kinda
The
comes
thing is, with that
natural.
being said, he said that he drinks a lot of water throughout.
Ward
And,
angling away from Ashlyn Miller.
we're under 2 minutes to go in the second half. Let's see who can make a score, then lead it until the game is over. If not, then we gotta go to overtime. We know the rules.
We are back to golden goal.
The next goal wins once we hit the first overtime right after this.
No re-entry, so it limits.
There's no re-entry substitutions.
We don't have a winner at the end of 110.
And actually we don't. So that means we have to go to overtime.
At all in this tournament through 9 games.
At first.
Robinson. Justice.
And it just went out.
45
It just went out of there.
golden goal overtime.
But something
This is
is going to be kind of pretty interesting right now. But let's see. If we kick the ball, if we steal it from that team, if we win the tie, no, if we
didn't put it in play. And you and I have talked about this in the NWSL, which I think is where your stat comes from. Getting set piece goals, not very frequent.
It's a common misconception that set pieces and corner kicks are really great goals.
I don't think we don't have a winner
By
yet.
calculations, it was less than
So
3%
that means
of
that
kicks were taken were scored on. Whether that was the first or second phase, it is an ineffective way to rely on to be substantial opportunities.
And that takes us to
so that team so that means we're going into overtime.
Arkansas certainly
Overtime
has
is
territory
up
control.
next.
Texas backline, Texas absorbed
And the
that
winner
pressure really
of
well.
this
Had
game
moments when they were able to quickly
will head on
set
for the
the line
championship
through
game.
Arkansas's lines. Just haven't really been able to create anything that's truly challenged Keegan Smith in goal for Arkansas.
We are going to overtime for the second time.
And
in
once
this
again,
tournament.
folks, we're going to overtime. And when we get back, we'll find out who wins and head into the championship. Whoever wins the overtime, and we'll be right back.